time for Mom Talk, and today we're talking about sleep or lack of sleep, or how much sleep should you be getting. We're talking about babies, children, teenagers. How much sleep should they be getting? Is there such a thing as too much? I have, of course, good friend to the show, Tracy Bronstein. She is a certified pediatric sleep consultant, and she's here to give us some answers to that, to those questions.
Right.
So first and foremost, talk to us about the sleep patterns, babies, children, teenagers.
So there's new recommended guidelines that have recently come out about how much sleep your children should need. So we're going to keep it very general without breaking down the categories too specifically. But you know, babies, infants, you know, up to about, you know, really young children up to 2 years can need anywhere from about 12 to 16 hours of sleep in a 24-hour period. School-age children can be anywhere from 10 to 14 hours. Teens 8 to 10 hours. So general
Mine
guidelines.
are definitely not getting enough then.
You and a lot of people.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So they're general guidelines, but parents shouldn't stress too much about the guidelines.
Okay.
You know, you have to look at your child, which is very important. So what I like to tell people, you know, when they say, well, how much sleep should my child be getting?
Right.
Well, we want to look at a few things to know if your child is rested. So are they taking, you know, are they falling asleep within a reasonable amount of time?
Is the teacher even making comments
15
at
minutes.
school?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and we see it in behavior, but that's aside from that. You know, are they falling asleep relatively easily? Are they having consolidated night sleep, so without any night terrors or night wakings? You know, sleeping a nice solid night. And then are they waking up in a good mood, naturally on their own, well rested? If you can answer yes to those questions, then you know that your child's sleep needs are being met.
Okay.
If you can't, that's when you want to look at and see
And
how
you
much
need to
sleep are they
tweak
getting.
something.
Right.
Okay. So are there risks associated to lack of sleep apart from just fatigue?
Right. So yes, of course. Just like you and I, when we are not well rested, we are not at our best.
Okay.
And there's all the good stuff happens when we sleep. So growth, hormone is secreted, memory consolidation, our immune system is strengthened.
I know for adults, weight gain, does that reflect in
Yes,
children
there's
as well?
a higher risk of obesity. We definitely see emotional regulation problems, behavioral problems. So I always urge parents, you know, when we're dealing with behavior, well, the first place, and pediatricians and doctors should be also asking about sleep, the first place you want to look is how much sleep is your child getting. Let's start at a really even slate, make sure that your child's really well rested, and then let's see what behavioral stuff is left over. Because when a child's overtired and chronically sleep deprived, we are going to see issues in behavior, in attention span, in learning, all those things. So sleep needs to be the first go-to.
So sleep is the thing we need to go to first, but what are the common mistakes parents are making when it comes to sleep? What do you see a lot of in your practice?
We aren't prioritizing sleep.
Okay.
You know, we are so concerned with feeding our children, you know, the best of everything and organic this and that and giving them the best, but we don't prioritize sleep, right?
Yeah.
We're so busy with activities. You know, this summer, look at these, you know, soccer practices for 5-year-olds at 8 o'clock at night. Drives me a little crazy.
Yeah.
So we really...
Tracy has her kids in bed 7 o'clock on the dot.
7, and they're 8 and 5.
Yeah.
So prioritizing sleep, keeping a balance, obviously ensuring that your child's sleep environment is optimal for sleep. So nice dark room, cool. Have a really good established bedtime routine.
Okay.
So you really need to wind down regardless of the age. Even teenagers, they need that wind down routine. No electronics.
And that's so hard. You know, you're speaking about great tricks here, but it's so hard to sometimes I'll even sit in bed before, okay guys, bedtime, and we sit down and we look at something online.
Right, because we think, well, it appears that they're winding down and they're calm because they're just sitting watching, when in fact, you know, it takes as little as 7 minutes of exposure to that blue light that tricks the brain into staying awake. So it's counterproductive. So go back to books, stories, coloring, puzzles, I don't care.
Something that will
no
wind everything down. We don't have a lot of time, but just wanted to ask, is there such a thing as too much sleep?
Too much sleep, it depends. Sometimes we may be surprised at how much sleep children will need. Obviously, if they are way out of range, always speak to your doctor about any concerns that you might have.
Perfect.
But yeah, they need a lot of sleep.
Kids need a lot of sleep, guys, but start putting them to bed a little bit earlier on. But you know what's great, Tracy Bronstein, you have a great website, sleeptightsolutions.com. Visit the website. She gives fabulous tricks on what you should do when it comes to sleeping with your kids. Not sleeping with them, but making sure your kids are sleeping.
That's a whole other topic. We covered that already.
Tracy Bronstein, thank you so much for being on. Stay tuned to Breakfast Television, guys.
Thanks.